Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you the Norwegian Sky. We're going on an Eastern European cruise. We're going to go about 10 different stops. I hope you enjoyed this video. These are some of the videos coming up soon of our Western European cruise on the Norwegian Sky. So make sure you subscribe so you'll see those videos. We also have Instagram and TikTok that we'd love for you to follow us on. Enjoy the video. We just got to the port. It was about a 10-minute bus ride. $6 per person from the train station to the port. Check-in was very easy. Once we got off the tram, there was workers waiting to take our luggage. And once they take the luggage, they put it outside your cabin door. And this gentleman gave us fresh water. It was a very hot day. We made our way over to the counter where we got our room keys. It couldn't have been easier. After checking in, we exited the tent, and there was the Norwegian Sky. It was very big, very clean. We were very excited. This was my first cruise in about 10 years, and it was our daughter's first time ever on a cruise. Smooth sailing so far. Taking a train, taking a taxi, a train, a bus, and now we're getting on the ship. This is deck 11. This is where all the fun stuff happens. They have several pools, about 4 jacuzzis, and every day they play live music on stage. Above the topsider bar here, you'll see the kids playing basketball. There was a full-size basketball court where the kids gathered every night and they would play different basketball games. This was an Italian restaurant, and 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. it had a pizza buffet, which was a la carte and included. At night after 4 p.m. it was an Italian restaurant, and there was a $40 upcharge. The local bar was a nice hangout spot where we would come late at night for different snacks. They had chicken wings, fish and chips, and we'd come here after the club. Everything was included. The Great Outdoors buffet was a nice buffet. It had your typical American food, cheeseburgers, hot dogs, French fries. It was a nice place to grab a quick meal. The last time I went on a cruise, you actually had to wear your life jacket and go to the muster station, but this made it much easier. You just had to come up to the gentleman, give him your room key to show that you attended and you knew where your lifeboat was. This was the set sail party where the cruise director Jess and her staff came out to meet everyone and have a good time. They were throwing t-shirts out. Savannah caught a free t-shirt, and basically just to get the party started. we're at the front of the ship. That'll open later. The hot tub. It'll fill up. What you got there?
Vanilla ice cream with marshmallow.
Oh my goodness, all you can eat, huh? The crossings and palace were 2 dining rooms that were on the ship. The food was pretty good. Some of the nights we skipped it and we would just eat at the buffet or eat elsewhere. The tapsider bar was the pool bar. They had great service. They made really good drinks. They had drink specials. Art gallery. Later on, they come here and they play cards.
What about like the pharmacy?
I'm sure up there in the game room.
Oh, that's like a separate.
And of course, you have Starbucks. Starbucks seems to be everywhere these days. This is an additional cost for items. I'm happy to say I don't think my wife and kids bought anything here, as there was plenty of ice cream, cookies, and coffee at the buffet. This was the Onboard duty-free, not so duty-free store. Tax was 22% on items, but I guess it was good in case of an emergency. They had different things that you might forget, toothbrushes and different medical supplies. This is the Onboard daycare where they'll watch your kids ages 3 to 12 for you while the adults hang out by the pool and have a good time. The sugarcane bar had a cool vibe to it. It was like a pub, and at night they had karaoke and live music as well. Picture of us entering on the ship. This is where you collect all your pictures that they take of you throughout your cruise, getting on the ship, off the ship. This is our room. We got an interior room, no window, as this is going to be our method of transportation only. Every night we get on the ship, it'll take us to a new port. There's the bathroom. That'll get the job done. We had a total of 4 cabins in our group, and we had 1 anniversary and 1 birthday, and the staff decorated the room for us. Every night they would leave the following day's itinerary on your door so you could plan your day accordingly. If you wanted to make it to bingo, karaoke, or the show in the Stardust Theater, you could plan your time accordingly.
I put this in my tray.
I partook in diamond art. It's supposed to be a stress relief, but I got more stressed out getting those little beads on the proper colors.
That's it?
But Savannah had fun, so that's all that matters. It was cool.
The thing you know how to do this. Okay, I think you're blue.
karaoke in the Spinnaker Lounge was the girls' highlight. They were there every night from 8 to 10 singing their hearts out. Every night there was a different show in the Stardust Theater, which was very entertaining. Cagney's Steakhouse had a $60 upcharge per person, and we decided to celebrate Gianna's birthday there. The food was very good, and the staff even sang her happy birthday and brought her a cake. Getting on and off the ship was a breeze. You would just use your room card to check in and out. I wasn't allowed to videotape, so I had to turn it off. And now I'll show you each port and how we got on and off each port. There was only one tender port where we had to get on a little boat and take us into the dock. The rest, they would pull right up to the port and you would get out. Most of the ports were very convenient. Here you can see they had car rentals, and outside there would be different people trying to sell excursions. We didn't have a problem. Most of our excursions were pre-planned, but if you needed to get one on the fly, there was plenty of people outside willing to take you on an excursion at each port. This was a tender port where we all had to board this little boat and it would take us into the port. This boat fit about 150 people if I recall, and it wasn't that crowded. I thought there'd be a bigger line, but they had multiple boats running simultaneously, so you never had to wait.
And grab onto the handrails when exiting the tender boat. On your way out, there will be crew to assist when exiting the tender boat. We would also like to remind you to collect all of your...
Here's a small tender boat now returning back to the ship, and as you can see, they don't go too fast. It wasn't dangerous. It was a nice little boat ride. So we just got off the tender and now we're in France. So far it's very beautiful. This was our tour guide for the day. He had a small van which he was able to park right up against the port, and we didn't have to walk more than 100 feet to get into his bus. The port of Marseille had a very easy setup, but Marcella and I decided to take the hard route. I highly recommend taking one of these buses. I think it was $40 a person round trip. If so, do it. The taxi wanted $25 one way. There's a bus shuttle that's $20 round trip. And now we're walking with this group to a free shuttle. So we tried to take the free bus shuttle from the port into the town. And after waiting 35 minutes, we found out that free shuttle doesn't start until 9 a.m. So that's another 30 minutes away. So instead of sitting there, we're gonna walk to the next bus stop, which should cost €2 per person to take us into the city center. So there's also NCL provides a bus shuttle service, which was $40 round trip. So let's see if this taxi works out for us. It'll only be no, this bus.
On the way back, what we're planning on doing is we're going to take the taxi, which was $25 in total for both of us, because we're afraid that the same thing's going to happen to us. We don't know what time we're going to be able to get back on the ship. And the last the ship doors close at 5:30. So we just want to make sure we're here on time. But on the way back, we're not going to be stingy. We're not going to try to save money, and we're just going to pay for the taxi, which is $25 from the city center.
Barcelona also had a nice setup. Depending on what travel tour you picked, the drivers would pick you up right here outside the port. In Mallorca, we actually had to walk a lot until we got outside the port where the tour guides were. We have to be back by 1. If you had a tour booked through NCL, all the tour buses would line up right outside the ship here. Otherwise, it was a very long walk to get outside of this port. There are plenty of tour guides outside of the port, and if you didn't purchase your hop-on, hop-off sightseeing ticket, you can do that here. Our cruise wrapped up in Lisbon, Portugal. The disembarkation process was very easy, and after a long walk, all of our luggage was lined up inside a building. And you just grabbed your luggage and went out to your awaiting transportation. If you have pre-arranged transportation, it's pretty easy. They can pull right up to the curb and put your luggage in and take you away.
Well, that's going to do it from the Norwegian Sky. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe.